Welcome, apparently nobody, to Parasite Eve EX game. Now, I had an itching to play this all along, so this isn't my usual time slot, I know. But, if I wanted to spend some time this weekend knocking some of it out, then, why not turn it on for everybody? Already have texts coming in from one of our previous viewers asking me if I will not suck this time around. That'll be true, because while all the enemies will have more hit points, I also have my endgame gun. That being said, when we get to some of the new bosses, that might just kill it for us. Or kill me for us. So, you got a possibility here. So, new to the stream is I'm keeping a counter. The number of pieces of junk I've turned in, which is starting at 8 because that carries over from the previous game. I also have a 9th piece of junk already in my storage locker, as everything in my storage locker also carries over except for, items that that are used to prop up the plot, like charms and keys. And finally, just keep an indication on where everything is, because we're going to probably forget the storyline as we spend lots of time in the tower, especially early on collecting junk to get to that magic number 300. We have an indication of what day it is. So, day 1, Christmas Eve. Again, I know I'm dooming a whole nother line of people to just death and despair, and, they weren't going to suffer until I turned on the game, but here we are. Alright, just make sure I've got a posting on the blog all set up, and we will be ready to go. Does not look like I have a post set up on the blog. Uno momento. Yep. The ever-important publish button. Holy crap, we got a viewer. We got a viewer! Who's in here? It says 3 viewers, but participants is just me, so I'm guessing we've got some people not logged in, lurking around. Okay, blog is published. So let me retweet that sucker. Aha! There you are. Well, let's get rolling. After I switch my analog back to digital. Now we'll get going. Here it is. EX round. I used to be married to this round. Yeah, for whatever reason, my dashboard just gave a number of viewers, rather than actually saying who anybody was until they started talking. So it's possible to lurk, it looks like. Unfortunately, none of the cutscenes are skippable, so I hope you enjoy mindless repetition. Joe of Tomorrow? Alright, quick jump. Which one's better? Ashita no Joe or Angry Joe? Or just a cup of Joe? What are the Joe rankings? No, I'm not doing the Ivy League trust fund baby voice again. That was very difficult on my throat. But we are going to blast through the text this time instead of stopping to read it. And as I promised, was it CW I promised this? Because the Chrysler Tower and getting 300 junk is going to be this hopeless tar pit of a grind. I give you La Brea. Angry Joe is one of the many people who duck for cover as Channel Awesome imploded. Well, the reason why I didn't list G.I. Joe as an option is because we knew it was going to be the top. I mean, there wasn't really any point explicitly ranking it. I mean, they're a real American hero. Alright, so since Chris missed it, I'll do a few Ivy League lines just for his benefit. So lighten up. We're gonna have a great time. You'll see. I think I made it even more of a caricature this time around. Not that it wasn't, like, not silly the first time. Let's get to our seats. They're already started the first act. Oh, it's party time. Well, opera time. You shouldn't party. It would be very inappropriate. That being said, aria di mezzo carattere, this is not. Very much so. Which is disappointing because Square has, you know, such a good track record with operas. Sorry, could not suppress that cough. Maybe I should get a drink. Yes, Jeffrey, is the best Joe G.I. Joe or JoJo? I mean, you know, this is just like that stream where we were ranking Final Fantasies. We gotta rank Joes now. So basically, for those of you who remember when I was throwing away junk in the first game, once you've given Wayne a total of 300 junk, he will give you a choice. It could be, yes, you're the darkness, I'm the starlight, and our love is the sun. But once you get to 300 junk, Wayne will give you a choice between several weapon types, or you can tell him to go wild. And well, one of the options for going wild is actually a very good weapon. You can also get the super junk or the duper junk, which, as you might imagine, are useless. So generally, the best way to go is to just, you know, pick the weapon you want. Though you won't know what the stats are going into it. If I remember correctly, the one with the highest stats is the pistol. So we'll be using that until we get the best machine gun in the game later on as we climb Chrysler Tower, damn near close to the end. That being said, Wayne can't make these weapons for us until Taurus dies and he takes over, so it'll be necessary to progress the plot to get to day 4 before climbing more than 10 floors in the Chrysler Tower. Jesus, I don't wanna. Oh my god, I. Such abuse. There's also Diamond Joe Quimby we can add to the ranking. Joe Dirt. That's one of the world's important Joes out there. If I remember right, in the last episode of Voyager, the Doctor named himself Joe. There's Joey from Friends and that, sequel show that lasted 3 episodes. Alright, skipping the thespian jokes, we're just gonna get right in here. Oh, I forgot to equip my gun. So, we're going from the M84F, the starting weapon. You want to do Club 1? Or do you want to do Rhythm, my old friend? Fortunately, I could have done this before the fight, when I was in the field, but... One bullet! Yeah, I would say Big Mac is better than Joe Mac. What about Joe of Arc? From the swapped gender universe. Sometimes you will send weapons back in time. A really fun time is, naming the character Eve, of course. Things get really confusing if you're not familiar with the story. Or we could just name her Joe. I mean, why not? I mean, Gunsmith Cats had Larry Vincent, and every crook that she went up against was really confused why it wasn't a guy tracking them down. Though, of course, Larry sometimes changes race in addition to name. It's very confusing, depending on, which version of it you do. Alright, so I've got rhyme and rhythm here. I think after when I get invited to rename another set of weapons in this run-through, because there's the story event at the beginning of day 6, that you can name it, but also if from day 4 onward, if you bring Wayne, a really souped up weapon and armor, I think the stats have to be all over 100 in bonus points alone to do it. Yeah, just imagine plus 100 bullets in a gun. He'll rename that as well. But, so I think when I get to that point, I'm going to name my new best weapon and armor, Cloak and Dagger. Or should I say armor and weapon. Alright, who wants to see the clown burn again? Alright, so when we're seeing a flashback for the second time, does it have another name or is it just a flashback? I mean, we're flashing back to the first day already, but then we have the flashback in the flashback. Because, yo dog, I heard you liked flashbacks. Actually, do we have any compound Joes out there? Is there a Joe within a Joe? So you can Joe while you Joe? That was exciting. Alright. No talking about Jesus Eve. We're going to go fry a clown. See ya, clown. Now die. Oh, whatever could possibly have happened to the clown? Oh, that was the other room. I think it's the second one. There we go. I'm gonna make sure I've got ammo. Who can ask for anything more? Alright. So open the fifth one, and there's a string attached to it. So this is what I was confused by the original ending. I mean, so here is the understudy. At least I thought this was the understudy. Nope, Suzanne is the understudy. So we hear about Suzanne, but we never actually see Suzanne anywhere. Though I can't imagine she got out. Alright. Medicine 1, just in case, since all the revives I had in my inventory at the end of the last game are gone, because I left them in my inventory. Alright, we're not going to forget to go to both middle doors this time. And I actually do want to pick up all of the random old crummy equipment anyway, because I can tool their bonuses over. I actually have an unlimited number of tools here in this playthrough. Oh look, it's one of New York City's finest overrun parrots. This one won't attack me though. And the ever-important phone, if I can find the sweet spot. There we go. See, Chris gets the charm of this game. I've got rhythm, I've got ammo, I've got burned clowns who could ask for anything more. No, love, Jeffrey. All you need is love. Nobody needs mutant rats. Okay, theater key get. Now to get to the rehearsal key before my inventory fills up so I don't screw up like last time. We are going straight there. Straight there. Actually, we're not going straight there. I'm going to go find ammo in the actress's closet first. Now, I wonder why all of these people are packing in the theater here. I guess that's just New York for you. Alright. Better take more immunosuppressants, blah blah blah. I'm also singing in Central Park tomorrow, that is to say Christmas, blah blah blah. Lose consciousness, slowly losing will, blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. And now I'm the penultimate villain in the game. And my inventory's full anyway. Oh, why me? Alright, now we have to read the diary again anyway. So, to answer your question from before, Chris, no, I'm probably not going to die until much later in this playthrough. In absolutely no danger. But I am still in danger of screwing up my inventory because since I'm going to be plowing through enemies, I'm not going to gain many levels and my inventory is based on my level. So, inventory management will become the true enemy in this game. Especially when I have to haul 200 junk when I'm under-leveled. I could put bonus points into it and expand my inventory, but since the inventory goes up every level except for a couple early on, it doesn't really matter. I don't want to like blow bonus points when I could have used them to, you know, pimp my gun. Alright, we have to kill the parrot. We have to kill the parrot. There we go. No, I'm not taking medicine ones. They're useless. Okay, we'll check on the clown real quick. Pick up, I think there's 2 more pieces of equipment we can get here. And then we'll go to boss fight number 2. Now, if you can name your clubs in this game. And if you name your club, you can take it into the New Game Plus. So if I wanted to, I could have named my Club 3 at the end of the last game. Actually, I can use these immediately. So if you wanted to, you could have named your club and used it to steal items from the early game bosses before you get the Club 2. Zero damage. Haha. Yeah, just try to kill me. Yeah, but I'll be relying on enemies in the regular game for experience because the enemies in the Chrysler Tower give terrible drops and terrible experience despite the fact that they're tougher and stronger than enemies elsewhere, you know, the same versions of those enemies elsewhere in the game. There we go, got the gun after standing in the right spot. I don't know how I ever found that the first time playing the game. I really don't. Because I think I would just, like, click on a random space, not find anything, and that would be that. Okay, 1 more room to check, and then it's off to Fight with Eve number 2 out of... You know, what? I think we only fight her 4 times, because we fight her twice here on day 1. And then we fight her... Then we fight her in the carriage in Central Park. And then we don't fight her again until she's in the museum. Interesting. So, YouTube held for review Chris's comment, I'm guessing because it contained the word fat. I'm going to look like a badass for a good long while. So yeah, so that I imagine that comment came back when I was complaining about inventory management being the real victim. The real villain of the game, though I suppose Wayne is the fat chocobo. So, I don't know, do we have fast syllables for chocobo or slow syllables for chocobo? I mean, we're dealing with short O or long O sounds. Alright everybody, clown, yay! Moving on. Hey, we spent way less than an hour down here, isn't that great? Sorry, looks like the stream health hiccuped a bit there. Maybe if I wasn't having the stream running myself as I played it, I would get better bandwidth, even though upload and download shouldn't be affecting each other. Yep. Manhattan-style fried clown, though personally I prefer the Kentucky fried clown myself. They just do clown right. Alright, you're going down in 1 turn, Eve. Even though you have more hit points than last time. I'm just too damn powerful. Yeah, you better back up. Didn't even use all 6 bullets. Flash! I mean, they really put the Flash in flashbacks. It's And of course, you know, like a flashbang, Eve makes her escape while I'm temporarily blinded. Like, Eve's all like, solar flare! And even though it's my own technique, I like, you know, don't close my eyes because I'm a dope. Jump on in. Alright, let's go through the heavenly gate. Yep, the hippie beatniks who go into a sewer under an opera house to paint a peace sign in the sewer. That makes sense. Oh no, we're gonna cluster you in. Or, okay, fine. We'll do this again, because it looks cool. And we'll reload in the middle of it, because that also looks cool. Alright, now to go do the fight, I should have done hardcore. Actually, no, I think I'll get jumped once more time before I get there. True facts. Alright, so I think the frog might actually have enough hit points, so just bury the rest in him. Yep, he's a twofer. Alrighty. So my inventory should look a little better, but I'm about to open a lot of treasures. I'll wait for you on the way back. So this is where I should have gone when I was playing in hardcore mode. Because there is a special fight, like the 3 Medicine 4 fight in the museum. This is 2 rats and 2 revives. And coming up here is also good because it lets you see where the chests are in the room below because you don't get an overhead there. Bada bing, bada boom. Now my inventory is full again, so hopefully I level up before I open the next 3 chests. I won't. I'll have to, like, swap out some medicine ones or whatever. That's okay, I'm not going to need to heal for a while, and when I do, it's not going to be a medicine 1 I need to use. So in case anybody missed it, the way enemy spawns work is if you go to a room that has an enemy encounter, you will always trigger that enemy encounter once you walk on the magic spot that triggers it, and there could be more than 1 magic spot per room if the room has multiple entrances. Now we're going from flashbacks to hallucinations, again. It's the theme of the game. Alright, so we see that 1 box there, but there are also the 2 boxes that we saw from above that we can't see down here. Come on. Alrighty, drop a medicine. And unlike last game, I can use those right away again. Now, after you trigger that first mandatory fight, it will always trigger. Unless the spot isn't active yet, which might be the case for, you know, story-related reasons. We saw that in the museum as well. Whoops. Let's get back there and open that box. But then it plummets to like 50% or lower for that second time. And every time you fight there, the chance of triggering the fight goes lower and lower until they just won't spawn there at all anymore. Ah, just bullets. But in the end, the spawn rate will reset every time you level up. So the trick is going to be going to the Chrysler Tower, murdering a bunch of birds to get their junk, but not leveling up too many times in the meantime, so I have level ups to respawn them, because it's going to be a while before I get to 300 junk, and all of you are going to leave while I do it. I don't really need to save. But that's the New Game Plus for you. I mean, if you really wanted to, there are three places during the regular playthrough that you can pick up junk, but it takes so long to do that. It's honestly quite terrible. Whereas in the first 10 floors of the Chrysler Tower, there's an enemy formation that's 4 birds, and each one of them has a guaranteed drop of junk. And 4 birds are the only formation that appears in a vertical hallway in the first 10 floors of the Chrysler Tower. So the most time-effective way of getting it done is going to those first 10 floors, extincting the birds, and then leaving, continuing the game from there, and then coming back and doing it over again until you have all 300. But even then, we're looking at, at least an hour, if not several, of grinding, which I'm sure is going to be very good live streaming. Alrighty, there are 4 lights. Now the battle. Hey! Alright, so... Oh wait, no, I'm fine. It's just the burst thing is hitting both of them. Wow, this is a 2-round. He needed 8 bullets. Alright, let's see if I can take the rest of them down in 6. A couple of crits, that helps. Bada bing, level 7. And a Kevlar vest. I suppose poison is still dangerous to me. Maybe I want to add over a poison resistance to Rhyme. Oh, alright, another big moment right here. It's our first Daniel punch is coming right up. Oh, and apparently an earlier... Daniel, punch! Show me your moves. This game's winner is Captain Daniel. Video output low still. Can't do that during the junk grinding, huh? Oh no. Alright, let's shut down everything that's connected to the interweb. I mean, I even got the house all to myself. But I've got cable internet, so what? Are a lot of people uploading here? Are we saturating the line in the neighborhood? That's interesting. Commercial building's taller than the Twin Towers. I don't think that's accurate. And one of them's missing their antenna anyway. Day 2, Fusion. The other bonus you get in the EX game is you get bonus points at the end of every day. Now the way the bonus points work is like when you level up, every time you beat an enemy you get bonus points that are saved up for a reward when you level up, but getting hit reduces the amount of that reward, so I'll be getting lots more bonus points for level ups as well, but that's not because of the EX game, that's because I have much better armor and weapons, and I'm not going to be, killed by enemies or beaten the crap out of or whatever. And even when I do get hit, I don't take nearly as much damage. Yeah, so yeah, because like the World Trade Center is 110 stories, but the Chrysler Building's only 77. So yeah, this should be fine. I'll go fix it. Nah. Edit. So, the whole idea of the counter is perhaps terrible because I have to change it manually every time. I was hoping I could get like a push button toggle for this, but not my luck. Okay, we'll see if that catches up or if I have to push another thing to actually update it. Nope, there it is. We're good. Hey, Kathy, you're alive again. Alright, now to go ditch some stuff. After we see a little punch in Judy here with Wayne and Torres. Oh, there we go. I'll name my weapon Punch, and I'll name my armor Judy. Telling you, everybody's being held down by the man in this game. Like Torres, the chief, who for some reason's called the captain in this translation. Yeah, the stream's healthy now, but we definitely had at least 2 points where the stream health just went to complete crap. It actually gives me a readout of, when people can expect buffering, because it'll just basically go red. Ha. If we want to have real fun, I'll bring a rocket launcher to one of the pointless fights. Of course, they're all pointless now. Alright, I'm going to want to move some of my ammo, though. Because I'm going to go bird hunting. Gonna waste a lot of bullets. Alright, there's the mod permit. And, oh hey, we can keep modding rhythm. Okay. Have an extra slot. We'll never fill it. Alright, so now here's the next question. Since I've got a junk in my locker, can I give him junk from my locker? Or do I have to move it to my inventory first? Alright. So I've got, let's see, 3 no, we're gonna sort so we can see what I got. Alright, so I've got a Cure Darkness, 3 training cards, and a full recover from the last game. Guess I didn't need to keep all of those other things there. We're not gonna need revives for a good long while, I say, and then I'll immediately go out and die because I wasn't paying attention. Or even better, I'll just get poisoned because that'll do as much damage as it normally would do to me. Yay! Okay, are you ready, guys? Our first junk of the EX game. And now everything grinds to a halt. Luckily, I'll be like incrementing it in like 20 at a time later, so that won't be quite the time waster. Alright, so I just got the medicine 1. And let's get rid of this guy. Can't get the club out. I don't have a rocket crate yet, so I'll leave it that way. Keep the inventory. They give me a 2? No, you'll give me a 1. Of course you'll give me a 1. Oh well, if I get poisoned, it'll come in handy. And the tool. So first thing we're going to do with the tool, going to go to store equipment, we're going to tune up Rhyme, and we're going to see if I can, aha. We're going to move over resist poison. Yep, fully healed. We're good. Actually, let's dump some battle points into rhythm. We'll give it the range of a rifle. Now we're talking. Alright. Now to talk to the work orphan, who is soon to be a regular orphan in addition. Yep. Yeah, it's Christmas. Why spend time with your kid? Especially when you're not going to do any actual detective work until everyone dies. Alright, so back to Baker. Ooh, Kathy exposition moved, so you know she has something new to say. Distant cousin of Basil Exposition. Words all mean the same thing. Here, let me run halfway through your office and then hit the spot where my movement becomes scripted and walk again. Alright, so, you know, there aren't enough characters in this game. Because, like, you know, Chief Baker needed to be a, like, first off, he needed to take a much greater leadership role than he does now. And he needs, like, 12 named characters under him to, like, you know, do things. Instead, it's just... So let's see, we've got Kathy, Torres, Warner, Wayne... Nix, Daniel, Aya, and eventually Maida and Kathy. Yeah, we only got 8 named characters. We need another 4 so we could, like, you know, rename the game Baker's Dozen. I know, I'm a loose cannon, I'm off the case, yada yada yada. Meta calls, but if you're not paying attention, you'll think it's talking about the Nazi doctor at the museum, who also works on Christmas. But I've got to say, people are this game's very anti-uniformed officer, because like everyone with a name, except, well, no, it's a pun. The guy's name is Baker, and he has a dozen people under him. But if you really want to split nails here, Baker himself would be the 13th. Okay, look, Chrysler Bedulga is open. So the way Chrysler building works is that certain things are random, and there's lots of loot. I mean, like I said, the drops from the enemies are terrible, but each floor, except for this first one here, has a treasure room. And the treasure room contains the real loot. So each set of 10 floors has set treasures in them, but when you first enter the first floor of a block, the treasures are randomly distributed amongst that block's treasure rooms. However, every time you enter and leave the building, the layouts of the floors themselves do change. Now, and then on every 10th floor, there is a boss whom you kill and get an elevator key. And that will allow you to skip up. Oh, great. Bats. As you can see, they're taking a lot more abuse than enemies up to this point in the game. And give next to no experience. You know, I will take a Cure Darkness just in case, because my armor does not resist darkness. If I don't use it by the time I fill up with junk, I'll just throw it away. Alright, this is that vertical hallway I was discussing previously. And I got nothing. Oh, hey, ooh, 2 vertical hallways right next to each other. This is nice. This is where I'm gonna grind and then go right back outside. Though, I am a bit curious about the first treasures. Now, you can also tell when you're in a dead end, or at least I will eventually, because a dead end is always going to be the result of a straight hallway, and the camera angle will be slightly different in a dead end than a hallway you actually go through. So, normally I'd hold off on the treasure room, but for the sake of showing it off early... Ooh, monster. 4 treasures too, this is a good one. Just needed that one more bullet. Okay, so let's see what we got. First treasure room. Badoom. Handgun. Pretty decent. A tool. Crit evade +3. Finally. And offense +1. Boo. Yeah, every stat boost you get in the game can be anywhere from +1 to +4, and this is the first thing above a +2 I've managed to get the whole time. Anyway, so we're actually going to use that tool right away, just to clear up the inventory. We're going to take that +2 range will eventually have effectively infinite tools, so it doesn't. So I'm just going to go through the junk guns like this. And boom, no tool in my inventory, no useless gun in my inventory. Now it's important to know, though, that all of the random encounters in the Chrysler Tower, because it's, you know, a maze, there's no mandatory first encounter here. It's the only exception to that in the entire game. And it's also why it's a terrible place to grind, because monsters will, you get that one fewer guaranteed fight. And here they are, the birds. And burst effect is going to save a lot of bullets here if they can stay grouped. Well, that was great. Wait another turn, I guess. Alright, oh, they gave me a medicine too. That's nice. Alright, that's our first bird fight. But I don't think I'm going to do too many more in this bout because I'm walking that tightrope. I've got a very small inventory, so it'll be a lot of extra trips. Boy, Joe sure likes to screw around, doesn't he, Jup? No wonder he's the Joe of tomorrow. Hey, when are you gonna have a boxing match? Tomorrow? Ah, damn it. I got rats and birds this time. Yeah, ideally you'll get a, 4-bird fight. And not this mix, which I forgot was even possible until it happened. That attack got juiced. Oh well, 2 more junk. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so another... If I get 2 more 4-bird fights, that'll be good for this trip. And then I'll head out to some day 2 shenanigans. Get into the park, build up my inventory a little more by leveling up, but not too much because I don't want to screw my spawn points. Alright, Birdemic, Shock and Terror. Nice. Stop mixing medicine 2s with my junk, you little... Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 items that I can ditch for junk in the next fight. And then we good. Alright, it's the second or third line. I'll just do both and then transition the screen again. Second line, it's the second line. Oh, only 2 birds. Wonder how many stones I have, though. Alright, so 6. 6 stones. Alright, so assuming the birds... I can do another 2-bird fight if both of the 2 birds drop junk? No, I've got 3 slots to fill. Like your mom. So another 3 birds, and then we're out of here. Then we get to go off to the museum and watch people talk for a while. If you can, you know, stand the excitement. And this is what I mean about that spawn point degradation. I mean, see how quickly they go. And that was even after leveling up. But yeah, every random, I mean, here you're starting at 50%, and I think every time you go it's like 5% less than before. So even pretty early on, you just have a miserable chance of actually having a fight. Which, you know, if you're running on fumes and just need to get to an elevator, need to get to the stairs and get the heck out of there, you know, it's not bad, you know, but... yeah, junk is how you get the second best weapon in the game. But it takes 300. And just to organize everything. There. So, our total inventory is 17. Our mandatory items right now are just 4. So that means we have 13 junk on this inaugural trip, which is why I want to expand my inventory before going again. But definitely wanted to make sure I showed off the Chrysler Tower as early as I could. But lost everybody in the process anyway, so oh well. So when I return to the Chrysler Tower, you know, those 4 items will still be gone in that treasure room, and they'll still be on the second floor treasure room. But the layout of this floor will be completely different. So back to NYPD Blue. Oh yeah, unnamed guy using the computer in the entryway. You'll be dead on day 3. Yeah, bullets. Okay, and while it's playing the junk sound 13 times, I will edit. We are not quite 1/12 of the way there. So ideally, I'll go back to it when I have 20 net slots, you know, minus the 4 that I have to have full. And before, and also ideally before I have to go get, you know, mandatory forever things in my inventory, like picking up a rocket on day 5 or from one of the treasure rooms in the Chrysler Tower, but I don't believe there'll be any on the first 10 floors. And that's one hell of a story about Breath of Fire. I don't believe that I'm going to have all that great of time when I eventually go back and play the first 2 games. The only first one I owned was Breath of Fire 3. I mean, I never even saw back when I had a Super Nintendo, I never even saw the first two on the shelf. But I really liked 3 and 4. I appreciated what 5 was doing, but it wasn't my thing. Maybe if I played 5 when I was, like, in high school and could actually, you know, commit myself to playing the same game 300 times in a row. Just to get all of, just to advance. You know, same deal with Majora's Mask, really. But, yeah, I know I want to go through Breath of Fire 1 and 2, or at least try to, you know, because I like the series in general. I mean, I did go back with Dragon Quest, for example, and that worked out. I've played Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, and 3 ended up being one of my favorite Dragon Quests ever. I got 4, 5, and 6 on the, for my DS, haven't touched them yet, but I'll get there. I mean, right now I'm trying to 100% Dragon Quest 9, which for some reason is less work than playing Breath of Fire 5. Don't ask me how my brain works, I don't really know either. But I'm also going through Dragon Quest 7 for the first time ever, and that's, so, you know, once I at least clear out 7, I'll go back and do 4, 5, and 6, because who needs order? And now I have to go sign in here, because we can't animate Danielle climbing the stairs around the corner. Hey. I went over to it, I hit X, there was a... Hey, la. And get ready to listen to... Dr. Clump. But one thing I've also did is I went back and played ancient, hideously limited RPG from HAL Laboratories called Arcana. So like old Super Nintendo RPGs are kind of a thing at this point. Welcome back. So I see 3 of you in here, but it says 1 viewer. That's kind of weird. Everybody just popped out the chat and, like, isn't watching the video anymore. And yet somehow is replying to the things I say in the video. Don't ask me how it works. Oh boy, the game goes much faster when I just mash through the dialogue. And it goes much slower when I'm grinding junk. But yeah, Arcana's actually not bad for its time. Like, it was practically a launch title on the Super Nintendo in North America. And, you know, it's kind of like got that dungeon crawl thing going for it. But the weirdest thing is, as you advance, you know, you go through one dungeon at a time, and there might be multiple areas or bits or whatever. But also, it's really weird because as you advance the story, you go, you know, you start in a town, you go through a dungeon, and whatever ancillary parts of the areas near the dungeon there might be. But then you go on to the next town when you're done with that, and you never go back. So you need to make damn sure that you pick up all the treasure before, because it takes a while to build up gold without finding big stashes of it in a treasure chest. And any equipment or high-end items that you can find along the way goes a long way to making the game affordable. Oh, Kathy moved again. She must have something new to say. We're not talking, though. Only thing I'm going to let Kathy tell me the whole game is that Ben went after the dog. Because that's like the only time she needs to say something. Oh, hey, Touchstone. I mean, Warner. I mean, Universal. Lighthouse? Miramax. You're gonna fill me up with mod permits, so I'm going to have to go ditch it. Oh, it says I have 2 viewers now, but there's still clearly at least 3 of you. There we go. Let's go! Let's go! Wah, 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 blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, underappreciated genius. Though the only thing he's smart about is making guns have more DACA. Oh, that's an old one. Alright, let's see if I can use that mod permit again on Rhythm. Yes, I can. Goodness, this has a large number of maximum slots. It's actually why we're getting the pistol with the junk weapon, with a blah, as our 300 junk weapon instead of the machine gun. Because machine gun 300 junk weapon has, like, no expansion slots on it. Okay, a couple of medicine ones, I'll use those up in due time. And we're off to the park to level up a few times. We'll also collect some incidental junk along the way. Because there's birds in the park, but they die in fewer bullets. That's the real danger of going to the Chrysler Tower early, is that you're gonna run out of bullets because nobody seems to drop any. Whereas the rest of the game, you get bullets left and right. Yeah, Mega Man games are kind of weird. The ones I used to play are like nothing, but when I try to do like a new game, like say Mega Man 9 or Mega Man 10, can't hack it. Can't hack it whatsoever. But then I go back and play 1 and 2 and I'm like, ah, this is easy. I got this all figured out. Like, massive Mega Man muscle memory is apparently a thing. Oh, I can only go to Central Park from here, so that's that. Couldn't divert if I wanted to. Look, we all did this before. We're caught in a time loop, don't you understand? I do have a copy of Shovel Knight on my 3DS, but I have not played it yet. I mean, I need to eventually get through the rest of the Dragon Quest so Chris stops yelling at me. And also, Twilight Princess. I've banned myself from playing Breath of the Wild until I get through Twilight Princess. I'm still very early in the game because the enemies that you can't leave one of them alive are, you know, infuriating me by the very concept of them. It's like, is the game asking me to have some modicum of skill even though its combat system is not really that deep to begin with? Or does it just want to waste my time? And we'll do a safety save here, not in case I die, but, you know, in case the power goes out or something. Alrighty, off we go. Wait a minute. You look like a chest. Good, got some ammo. And now I gotta fight. Just you. Snake? Oh, hey! Didn't see you guys come in. Snake? What's wrong? Snake? Snake! I don't need that many medicine ones. I'm overthinking looking for treasure, aren't I? Let's just keep moving. Just keep moving. Voids! Die. Ah, if I didn't reload, I could have had them all. Junk. Junk, junk, junk. Junky, junky, junk. Someday, you might feed on a tree frog. Yeah, it happens. Dead clown. Okay. Got the Zuki. Got the vest. No shit, Eve was here. So does that look like a bed to you, a weird two-decker table, or is it supposed to be a desk? With, you know, no chair. Oh, one moment, please. Alright, how do you enjoy anticipation? Oh, that wasn't enough. How dare you do 0 damage to me? Level up. Alright, let's get you out of there. Keep that junk low on the chart. More snakes in here, right? Yep. Why'd it have to be snakes? Luckily, only the big one's poison. Alright, there's a chest up there. The giant worms of South America are very important to the rainforest ecosystem. Alright, that wasn't a chest. And then the whole museum later is just this, but more. Medicine 2, don't really need it. Cure P, so I can cure my Ps. No cure Qs. We can burn that defense +1 right away, though. Alright, so he's got the one with Raiden, but does he have the one with, like, Liu Kang and Scorpion? There's also a shmup named Raiden, so let's make that joke too. Alright, tool. We'll use that right away. Oh, SPVS has better pluses, so... There. 4 extra points on my armor. And 2 extra slots in my inventory. Bada bing, bada boom. I remember this place. It's one of the many locations I almost died in hardcore mode. Alright, so move a little closer to the other two. Maybe not that close. Ah, come on. Alright, plenty of ammo. I'll be needing it. Alright, that door's shut. Can I go down here? Anything to do down here? No. Just accidentally went back a screen. 4-3. Alrighty. Probably have to make that fight again. But I'll leave in the right direction this time, I swear. And the right direction is up. Uppity up up. Alright guys, what's the best Mortal Kombat then? Is it Mortal Kombat Joe? Ooh, chest. Is that the last time? Ammo. What irritates me about Snatcher is that the TurboGrafx 16 version, or should I say the PC Engine version, is available on the Japanese Virtual Console. So, you know, I don't know what the issue is with the Sega CD version, like never seeing the light of day again, but if we can just get a port the translation over to the PC Engine version and make the TurboGrafx 16 version that never existed, we could all have Snatcher again. Okay, let's take out the possibility of poison real quick, and then I'll worry about the junk. Oh, almost got them all anyway. Oh, yeah, any old Sega CD game is worth more than, you know, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It's I remember seeing copies of the original Sega CD releases of the Lunar games at a convention at I think they were both more than $200 a pop, not even mint condition. Come on. I need gear to make things cool. But I won't say no to the ammo, because oh god. So about that poison, folks. Ah, there it is. That was a bad grouping. But I can end the fight quick, and we're good. That being said, maybe I should actually dump my bonus points into bullet capacity, just to make reloads happen less often, keep the battle flowing. I actually found a super cheap Sega CD and I bought it just on the off chance that it might work. Though when I finally had everything I need to connect it to my Sega, it most certainly did not work. I mean, there were a lot of, like, random games I'm curious about on the Sega CD, like, say, yeah, the aforementioned Snatcher, or Popful Mail, and so on. But, it's just so stupidly expensive to even think about trying it. And the controller disconnected. There we go. Wow, didn't even get the other two. That's awful. Miss me. Oh no, we're taking the junk. Every little bit I can get ahead with will help. Okay. There. Just use the medicine. Get it out of the way. Alright, now to get out of the zoo and onto all of the paths. Oh wait, no, this is the zoo proper. I'm gonna start fighting the polar bears. And look, dead clown. Or maybe it was Lorraine the entire time. Congratulations, you've crossed over with me into being a mitochondria truther. Now, why would I bother going to the stage? Actually, I got enough range on my gun, I could probably shoot her from here. Yeah, for the longest time, I actually kept an iMac to run, like, classic macOS games, that there was a surprisingly large amount of crossover, eventually, with the biggest of the PC games, or at least the some of the most memorable ones, anyway. But, omerito, by the way. But the problem was that I've got this big ol' iMac to lug around everywhere with me, but I finally got a emulator running that actually finally does a decent job, even though, you know, it can emulate like it can access a gig of RAM, which like no classic Mac ever could. But for whatever reason, the processing power is lackluster on the emulator. But it's enough if you're really desperate to play Oregon Trail or Flashback or Diablo 1. La stop. Actually, can I go back this way? Yes, I can. Alright, and away we go. I think I can get some ammo up here. Actually, one clever little thing the game does with its limited camera angles is that you'll be able to see a chest on one screen and you'll have to remember where it is when you go to the next one. It's not something that would be in any, like, totally polygonal game now, and I certainly don't miss having to use matte paintings as backgrounds just to save on the polygon count. I mean, at the time when it was necessary, it's a very clever way of doing it. Like, the whole background is one polygon with a giant texture on it. You know, that was a really good idea. But, you know, I'm glad we don't need to resort to that anymore. course, for the longest time, the old iMac was the only way I could play my old copy of Master of Orion 2. But that was one of the ones I ended up rebuying, actually, on Good Old Games. So it's technically the DOS version. But DOSBox works like a beaut. So if you actually have, like, you know, any of the old discs, any of the old actual files, you know, DOSBox is great. Wholly recommend it. Works damn near flawlessly, whether you're running Windows, a Mac, or Linux. It's actually how I play all of my old Sierra games. And if you actually get like the you know, the boxed software, the CD of, like, you know, the King's Quest collection, Space Quest collection, whatever, it's just all of the old games DOS boxed. Okay. We go down here. I'll take that defense +1, thank you. Almost out of space. Hopefully I won't have to give up any junk, but we'll see. I think I might have to go backtrack for one armor this way. No, there are two armors in here. Nope, not this way. Next screen over I go up to get the chest. Yeah, it's a lot easier doing my pathing, having played through that first time. So things will go. I mean, I'll still have problems finding the sweet spot on interactables because that's honestly just yet another horrible consequence of pre-rendered backgrounds. Delightful. We're gonna use that tool and free up some space. Now, I love that +1 inventory, but I'm all full here, so I couldn't move it if I wanted to. I can't even, like, replace a thing. So, we're just going to take the pluses off of the M9. Boom. 2 more inventory spots. Tough actin' to Nactin. Which is also boom. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Like, you know, we're about an hour 40. We did a, you know, albeit a short dive into the dungeon. And we're doing what... We're at a point that took us 3 hours to get to last time. Having done more stuff, opened more chests, gotten more things done, and honestly, I owe it all to button mashing through dialogue. It's not because I'm good. It's not because I have a better weapon. Missed one. Look at all this junk I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get like 5 junk. All. Alright, so we'll get rid of that medicine 2. Get rid of the cure poison. We'll get rid of the other medicine 2. I'm only going into a boss fight with no medicine. I'll be fine. Just fine. It's only day 2. It shouldn't be able to kill me. My defense is just too damn high. And I can spam heal 2 of my Parasite energy. Oh, is this a polar bear? Or is it gonna be more damn snakes? How about both? Both? Both. And don't have quite enough range even after dumping 40 points into it. That's okay, it'll get better. Too bad I can't ditch the Zuki. It's not like I needed it anymore. That's what I miss about the later done about the hospital, and only the hospital. You threw away the useless keys when you were done with them. Okay, range is good. Damage is good. Alright. So I go under for chests. Is there one in the corner? And then there's one upstairs, and then there's one more by the phone, and we are done clearing this sucker out. Okay, we got these two here. Alright, guess they'll... no. Crit evade. We'll use that. Actually... Item management. Just make things easier on me later. Defense +1. And get that junk back. So far, so good. And now we go up. Get attacked. Right on schedule. He's going to be out of range. Go if I get to pick one more fight before I get there, and I think I'm forced to. That should actually be good for one more level up, one more inventory space, and there wasn't an item up here. Oh well. But I got more ammo, and I'm probably guaranteed to level up next fight, so it wasn't a waste. It'll do what I need it to do. Alright, give me that fight. Aw, more birds. I guess I won't be able to take all the junk with me after all. That's too bad. Alright, well, thought there'd be one more chest. Maybe it's the next screen. Maybe the next screen dumps me straight into the worm boss. One or the other. Just take a quick second look at this one, because it's sometimes easy when it's scaled up like this for a chest to just turn into a miserable pile of pixels that just looks like a smear. Nope, we're going to the boss. Maybe the chest is after. Oh well, but I only had to throw out 2 junk, so this was a very economical trip. I wonder if I can hit him. Yes, I can. Okay, 2 in you, rest in you. Alright. one more turn. I guess we're not getting the big one yet. It's okay, I'll pump you full of lead. There we go. Now for the big one. I'll just stand right next to it and see if I can just get all crits here. Done. Leveled up again. Oh, look at all those defense pluses. Crap, 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 crap. I want them. Why can't I use them in this screen? Goodbye, junk. Goodbye. So now I've missed out on 5 junk. No, guess I was wrong about there being another chest I needed to pick up. Alright, Eve. Why am I doing this? I still don't get why she got on the carriage instead of just, you know, attacking. That seemed like a much better idea. Oh, I just remembered another problem. I don't go back to the precinct after this, so I have to go to the, because we're in Soho, and I go to the pharmacy and stuff. So I have to pick up even more treasure instead of getting rid of the junk. That's bad. It would have taken so long to go through the entire park 2 more times just to get out, just to turn in the junk and... Hey, that actually hurts now. Okay. I'll just be over here. Done. Yep, and you'll see in the next cutscene, this is the world's heaviest carriage, despite freely being pulled by a horse. Bad touch. I need an adult. Doesn't teeter, doesn't flip, doesn't do nothing. Also, it has shocks. And I'm completely knocked out and at Eve's mercy, so she probably did that claw thing to my head anyway. As we get another visit from the Flash. Which makes sense, because we, like, time-traveled repeatedly in this game. Or at least in the live streaming of this game. Lala, answer me! Ah, that was unintentionally funny. I like it. I'm sure you have many important things to say, but I'm just not listening to you guys anymore. By that I mean, like, the people in the video game whose text I'm mashing through. You guys keep talking in the chat. You're helping move this forward while we're stuck in cutscenes. Yeah, so because I watched Dragon Ball Super, like, subtitled, because I wanted to see it as soon as possible as it was coming out, I started getting into the habit of, you know, referring to the various attacks by, you know, like their original Japanese name, like, you know, Semko, now that I have to say it out loud, I can't say it, but, you know, instead of special beam canted. Makaho Sempo. It's closer, but I'm not there yet. But I'm trying to remember Solar Flare, and it is just not coming to my head. So what the heck was Solar Flare originally? Oh, look, your dad left you again, kid. I'm having second thoughts about making this particular character black. Cause we're running into some ugly, characterization here. Of course, this is actually what traffic in New York looks like normally. Only in New York they would have hit the cop. But no way you evacuate New York in like a couple hours at the end of night 2. There will still, there's 8 million people there. There's still going to be like at least 7 million of them on day 3. Yeah, I left so quickly my skate fell off while I was ice skating. Somehow. Oh yes, and the obligatory racist New York cop scene. Remember, guys, New York cops, if you're racist, you spontaneously combust. Yeah, you think Japan would actually know better about how quickly you can, evacuate a giant city, because heck of a lot of people in Tokyo as well. And they had to they did a lot of evacuations during the war. And with earthquakes, tsunamis, nuke plants going up. I mean, the nuke plant didn't happen, like, before the game was made, but still, I mean, that evacuation was an instant, either. Well, I mean, the people were evacuating the, the contents of their bowels pretty quickly, but, as far as emptying the region, that did not happen overnight. Alright, so what TV show do you think Maida's watching, given that it's Christmas night in 1998? Well, I don't think they ever evacuate for Godzilla, because everybody just wants to watch. I mean, it's this whole kaiju big battle thing going on. Faster! Text! Kill! Kill! Well, I'm not familiar with American thermostats, so I had to drag in a barrel and light a bunch of trash on fire. Alright, so Christmas Vacation, that's pretty good. Oh, you know what? Do you think the Turner Network is still doing... Was this back when they would run A Christmas Story continuously the entire month of December? That might be the only thing on. It's like A Christmas Story or It's a Wonderful Life. Though It's a Wonderful Life wasn't really big in the 90s. It's come back around now, but I think people were still watching Home Alone instead of It's a Wonderful Life for some reason. Though I suppose it was probably cheaper and easier to get the barrel lit on fire. I mean, Eve just had to be nearby. And then he's like, well, waste not. Hey, but hey, you know, the town's empty anyway. Let's just go to Soho and break into somebody's apartment. And where's everybody else sleeping? Because they're there. So, yeah, they're breaking into at least 2 or 3 apartments here. And they're not modern one-room efficiency apartments either, because I can plainly see there's no, like, restroom behind a curtain in there. Okay, I will save my progress. And I think I'll dump those bonus points into attack now, because if this isn't enough range, nothing will ever be. Or maybe I should dump it into defense. No, no, glass cannon. There we go. Yeah, bullets. Yep, day 3 in under 2 hours. Not bad. Okay. Oh, no, he didn't. I want to assume that he broke into somebody else's apartment rather than just sit out there on the street in the middle of winter all night. I mean, if he's going to do that, he probably would have taken the flaming barrel with him. Though I totally believe that there weren't any smoke detectors or sprinkler systems in the apartment. Though I guess Daniel went back to the station, seeing as he had wheels. Okay. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'll still I'll rob the gun store, since that'll be equipment. And I'll leave the pharmacy, and I get to see, you know, Daniel shoot the door out when he should have clearly punched it. But, I don't look like I'm out of the way. I do like that cowboy flip he does, reholstering the gun. Especially since it's, you know, like a armpit holster that he has and not a, you know, belt holster, but what you gonna do? Range 2... Club 2... Ammo. Hey, there's ammo in here. How about that? Tool. We are immediately going to use the tool to re-up our club. Since we don't need 2 clubs here. A measly 1 attack we're adding. Yeah. Day counter. It's the one we changed the least, so it's the one I forget the most. 3. Done. And I had all that time mashing through that cutscene too that I could have changed it. Counter was clearly a bad idea. Oh, can't rob the cash register. Alright, so actually, even after going through here, we didn't fill up any inventory. It's not bad. Like Omid is looking at the guns and then he never gets one. But yeah, we go through the gun store without picking up a single gun. That's weird. Maybe there's somewhere else I need to go. Something I missed. There we are. There we are. There we are. Hey, guess what I missed the first time going through the game? Alright, but that should be my whole inventory now. Yep. And we have 12 junk. So we're gonna skip doing the pharmacy, and we'll come back to it after clearing out the police department. There we go. Screen, transition, damn it. Okay. We're gonna roll, screw the pharmacy. Can we not roll until we at least go into the pharmacy? Is that what I'm reading here? Nope. It says get in the car. Pharmacy's already open, so we don't need a cutscene to open it, right? What do you want from me, game? Alright, we'll go in and then we'll come back out again. Goodbye. Don't worry, I'll come back and loot you real soon. Okay, let's see if that did it. Well, I would get up in the front with you. Finally. I actually couldn't stand next to the vehicle. I had to move up a couple of steps, turn around, then interact. Because PlayStation 1. Oh, that's right. I have to go to the museum. But I'm gonna empty this first since I'm already here. Thank God. All right. That feels good. We are now 1/9 of our way to that weapon. Go away, Zuki. Go away every damn other thing I have. Nice. Let's... fresh and empty. Going to grab this while I'm here. Since enemies are getting stronger, I might actually start taking damage. I mean, you saw what happened on the carriage. Damn straight there's a lot of junk in that trunk. Oh, I forgot to rob the locker room blind on day 2. That's fine, I'll just do it after I get the key to the locked locker. You'd think that given the name, more of them would be locked, but what do I know? Okay, quick trip back to Soko to rob the pharmacy. Then we go to the long cutscene in the museum, because that's what the museum's good for. Oh hey, it starts me right off at the pharmacy. How is that for convenience? I think it's because this pharmacy's open 24 hours. There's no lock on the door? Maybe? So I suppose the real question is, are there things I missed the first time around? Because I didn't just, like, examine the shelves. Of course, now that I'm checking, there's going to be, like, nothing. Alright, got a new revive. Aha! Big Pharma, no whammies, stop! Oh, and maybe I can get some, like, EpiPens here, that'll be worth a lot. Nope, just Medicine 2s. Yeah, after that Pharma Bro, you know, took over as CEO, Medicine 2s, you know, the price of those has increased by more than 900%. I mean, they're hard to get even with a prescription because, you know, like, a lot of insurance companies are dropping Medicine 2s from their coverage. And it's terrible, too, because Medicine 2 is supposed to be a, you know, a generic medication, but nobody else even makes it, so it doesn't matter. Hoo-hoo! Secret Medicine 3. Man, I would have loved you the first time through this game. Alright, and I could have sworn there was something up by the register, other than, like, the phone, but I seem to be mistaken. Well, that's the problem, you see, because Medicine 3s are prescribed more often. Like, they just raised the price on... Well, since Medicine 2s are prescribed more often, they're actually more expensive than Medicine 3s now. Reset law. Alrighty. So off to the museum for another night. Actually, no, let's play this smart. I'm going to zip back to the Chrysler building. I'm going to fill my inventory with junk again. It'll go quick. I think I only have, like, what? I don't want to get rid of the Medicine 3, that's for sure. So yeah, I can only fill 12 more slots with junk, but we'll be economical with our trips to Wayne. I can bring him a load when the game forces me to go see him anyway after the museum. Yeah, it's strange when prescription medication, like, gets into commodities trading, right? It's not where I expected the stream conversation to go, but nevertheless, we are here now. Okay. Come on, Boydie. Give me a double hallway. Double hallway. Ah, you didn't give me a double hallway. But yeah, as you can see, we're still on floor 2, but layout's completely different. So I guess I'll just go back and forth to this one screen. Only need to trigger a few frights to load up. If I can get 2 5-birds and a 3-rat 2-bird, I can get 12 junk real easy. Ah, damn you. Alright, there's the 2 junk. Yeah, you know, it's strange. It's like, you know, some people accidentally drop the N-word. I accidentally talk about macroeconomics. It's kind of weird. I guess everybody's a little different. Come on, 2 more fights. You can give me at least 3 random encounters without a level up here, right? Right? Wrong? Ugh. Second line. It's the second line. So when you sell medicine 2s at a break-even point, that doesn't leave you any capital to expand your business. However, you might undercut the competitors based on price. And drive them out of business if your model has a more sustainable break-even point than theirs does, and you can corner the market. That being said, by attempting to drive by selling at a break-even or a loss to undercut the competition is only going to work by increasing your shipping in order to make up for the lost volume caused by them going out of business. Otherwise, you're not going to make up the ground and you'll allow another competitor in the area. So inevitably, the price of your goods will rise, even as you try to go the cheap route. Success often destroys your competitive advantage. Alright, 4 down, 9 to go, 7 to go. And because this hallway is so short, the dot is as soon as you come in. That's right, get in here. I did not pick my targets carefully. Cure M, okay. Interesting. And then I claim I randomly talk about macroeconomics, and then I start talking about microeconomics. Because I am nothing if not inconsistent. I am always inconsistent. You can count on my inconsistency. It will always be there. Ah, no birds. I'm getting lots of hits here. So I'm trying to think, is this going to be enough junk? This is definitely not going to be enough junk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need... So even if I get a 5 bird, I'm still going to need at least 2 fights to fill up. Damn it. But yeah, that whole automatic fight on transitioning to this screen is one of the reasons I prefer to have a double vertical corridor. So, I've had enough fights in that corner now that the chance of landing another one should be pretty low. Speaking of, it's probably pretty low in here too. Let's see if I can find a different vertical corridor to farm. I'm not going to find another vertical corridor to farm, am I? Maybe. Nope, this would be the famous... You see how that changed? Different camera angle? And also that splotch over here is indicative of that this is a dead end. Now imagine me doing this 70 times or so. I'm sure that makes for some real scintillating stuff. And by the by, just to show you, this is the same room as we ran into last time, even though the layout's completely different. See? Alright, so if I can't trick more enemies into fighting me, I'll just leave. And move on with less than a perfect load, and this is an example of a horizontal dead end. Now the stairs up are always going to be in a hallway heading north, and the stairs down naturally are always going to be in a hallway leading south, though you'll never be hurting to look for the stairs down, I would imagine. Oh, there's a fight. Rats. Yeah, physical attacks I'm pretty strong against, but the magic attacks are doing damage. So if I wanted to pump a bunch of bonus points to something, it would probably be my magic defense. Yeah, because that's what, you know, the fireball that did 30 damage to me, or Eve's beam attack that did 40, you know, all parasite energy attacks, which we can just call magic because it's magic. Dead end. Now, logically speaking, the other would be a dead end, or it would cross over itself. I mean, the layouts do exist in a semi-Euclidean space. This is probably the stairs up, actually. I don't think there's anywhere else to go here. Yep. And again, the stairs up and down will have their own distinctive camera angle to separate it from normal vertical hallways and also dead ends. one more try, and then I'm leaving for real. Oh! Jackpot. Damn it. No 5 birds. Oh well. Come on, double. Double or nothing. Alright, nothing. This is why going through 300 junk weapons sucks, by the way. It's also why I'm trying to split up the work as much as possible. Bats. And I got blinded. Yay. Yep. Aw, bats. And I think bats only appear in that kind of an elbow. Alright, moving on to the museum, and then back to attack on the precinct. I promise we only have to go there 2 more times after this. Even then, we'll probably not go the second time. Alright, so everybody got their Metroid jokes ready? Alright, this could be another thing from Big Pharma. Here's where you hurt. Are you experiencing attacks on your cell nucleus? Ask your doctor if parasite energy is right for you. In trials, many patients experienced certain unwanted side effects, such as turning into a pile of goop, spontaneous human combustion, and itchy something. I'm out of steam. I think this is the only time you hear Eve singing when Eve isn't actually there. Now, from the makers of Medicine 1, new Medicine 2. And also try our Cure Mittens. Yep, there is definitely some science afoot here. Now let's see that again, with the effects of Medicine 2. See our ad in People magazine. That's something I never understood, actually, is like, when an advertisement tells you to look for a different advertisement in a magazine. Like, or you could just tell me what you want to say now. Oh, those jokers. They'd never actually shoot Clamp. You know, they could have arrested him right here for violating the mandatory evacuation order. Actually, how would that add to the story? They do arrest Clamp for violating the evacuation order. Bring him down to the station. That's what got the station attacked. And, you know, he escapes in the bedlam. And then, and only then, do we get a very clear indication of, well, this isn't a Daniel punch, but it's at least a Daniel manhandle. But then we get a much clearer indication that he's connected as opposed to, like, the information dump in his final scene in the whole game. Yeah, that big Statue of Liberty head just blocks the road. I'm surprised Clamp just doesn't trip Maida as he walks right by. Okay. Back to the precinct where I'm sure absolutely nothing has happened. Of course, now that Maida's in the back, I can't clearly see the conversation. Could you get down in front? I mean, it's nice that you care about your son when there's, like, some kind of clear and present danger, but he really could use you the rest of the time, too. You know that, right, Daniel? Don't you dare. We are going straight downstairs and throwing that charm out. Alright. Oh, that's right. The furries attacked the police station again. Forgot about that. Oh! And an offense +1. That's nice. Do we have something I can get rid of? Oh yeah, get rid of that medicine one. Open sesame. Why didn't you dodge? Okay. So now that Wayne's in charge, let's see how much junk I'm giving him here. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 junk. We are now eligible to get our armor signed, and we are also eligible to get our junk weapon. However, we can't leave until we finish the day. So, technically, we can't really do anything until day 4 because I think we're gonna run out of junk birds long before we get to 300. Trying to get through it here. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do. You go right ahead and whoops! No, I wanted to get the medicine 3. I'll hang on to the 2s. Don't need the revive yet. Then we'll toss away some equipment. And by some I mean the only equipment we have. And off we go. Right, gotta remember to check the dead officers for bullets here. I wonder if that's supposed to be the guy who was in the front room, or if that guy's just gone entirely. Nope. So there are actually 2 anthropomorphic animal types, because later on there are also rat men that I didn't call out last time. Apparently I have to go trigger a cutscene. And that wasn't it? Because I have to actually go to the chief's office and find out that he's gone after Ben. Oh. There were two of them. And there's some more junk. Yep, so I think I mean, the birds won't show up anymore when I go upstairs, so I don't think I'm actually going to get to 50 junk, but it would be nice. Let's see, so talk to Warner in case that's important. Get Warner's ammo. Alright. So Warner told me to go after now we've got the upstairs cutscene with Shiva. Alright, now we can go up. After Nyx was horribly killed by a spider. But anyways, the dogmen are more important because there's also the dogman boss that you can optionally fight, who is also said to have been the person, the monster responsible for killing Torres. Oh, you guys were far off. Level up. Junk. Yeah, I'd need another 3 junk to get to 50. Oh, that didn't go so well. Now Nyx is down here. Spiders threw him downstairs, apparently. Well, some of them give you ammo the first time. But the ones at the beginning you have to double tap. Alright, good stuff. Of course, this is also a great scene with the dogmen, so that helps them be memorable as well. Oh, that wasn't burst? Come on, guys. You're right next to each other. How can I only hit one of you? Alright, that opens the big closet downstairs, but we'll worry about that later. So I think I'm going to call it after we get to day 4, and then pick it up again later tonight or maybe another day. Spiders are good on ammo. You know, what I want to know is whose office this is. I mean, we can't get here earlier because until this day, that cage door is locked, so even if you went upstairs, you couldn't actually, you know, go anywhere and talk to the people. So I'm not really sure what this room is for. It looks like it's like storage because we got a bunch of, you know, office chairs under a blanket, but it is really big for unused storage space. Or unused space of any kind, especially in New York. Remember, guys, this is scientific. Baker didn't even have a dozen bullets. Alright, so that's the heal spot, so I have to come there last. Oh, it's a bird. No, it was a special drop. Gave me a tool instead of, could have been junk. Wasn't. Alright, it's boss time. Just not the boss we were looking for. This one has a story. We don't know how she knows this is the one that got Torres. It just tells us. Oh, whatever, just sit there and take bullets. You know it's the one that got Torres because it had a random gun on it, and Torres's arch enemy was the gun. I think there's one more chest in here somewhere. Oh, I thought there was an extra thing, but there is not. Unless he's sitting on it. But that would be asinine. Come back here after. Alright, so the trigger's at the top of the stairs, so I can avoid a fight if... Oh, well, didn't trigger anyway this time. You gonna let me in? Thank you. Nope, no random stuff in the background. Alrighty. Moving on. Ah, how am I not hitting both of them? Okay. And also not hitting both of them. Oh, looks like I'm all full up. I'll have to start using things. Actually, come to think of it, I got a some boosters here, so let's use them. Yep, another special drop. I had another fight in here, it wouldn't give me the same stuff that had gave you the medicine 3 and the full cure in advance of the boss fight. And I think that's going to be it around here. Alrighty, let's use up that tool. In case the boss has something to drop, I don't remember, but for that matter, I can rub the boss blind. Be well before he can hurt me. So yeah, let's steal. Or get in a random fight and be horribly unprepared for it. Yep, let's pick get in a random fight and be horribly unprepared for it. Oh, that went well. Let's try that again. Alright. Unless they show up again in the Chrysler Tower, that was the last Dogman. You only have Ratman to look forward to. And then everything else is just a monster or a straight-up animal. I wonder if I can steal from all three. Okay. Target 1. Target 1. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so I was counting on the auto potion to kick in there. But it's actually possible with a magic attack to do a damage greater than than the auto potion threshold when I have this few hit points. Because it'll only auto potion me, I think, when I'm at when I drop below 20 hit points. So 20%, so if it does more than 50 damage to me in a killing blow, it won't trigger the auto potion. There, well, you guys said you wouldn't stick around if I was in no danger of death, so there. You can have that one for free. And you get to watch that, you know, excessive, nasty, good transformation again. Lucky you. Oh, yeah, I'd rather reload the save than blow a revive there, because I'm going to want those revives for the, you know, higher up Chrysler bosses anyway. I can also illustrate the special drops, because those two fights that we got a different items that would normally be on the loot table, we're gonna get the same drops again. Why is there an antlion in between all of the dog heads? Didn't even bring a full clip with you. Oh, they got weaker medicines this time, though. Boo. Alright. How do I get the locker key? Actually, I'm kind of curious what this guy might have. Didn't try stealing from him before. I have too many items. Fine. Let's burn a medicine 1. Let's hit him again. Ooh, defense +1. That was nice. There we go. See, now that was a good example of auto potion going off. Unfortunately, I think I still have too many items. Yeah, because I picked up all those unnecessary extra medicine 1s. Well, I don't really need to go back to be healed 1 point. There's nothing else in the room, so we'll just move on. And not get screwed coming out of this next room, like I did last time. At least we didn't lose much progress. Good. Yep, got helped out by the grouping a bit there. Level up. Alright, now to get that full cure. Oh, and I got 2 medicine 3s this time. That was pretty good. So let's see if there are any medicine rid of. Yes. Alright, you guys ready for round 2? Ha ha. medicine ones left. Nope. Alright, first off, going to tune up rhythm again. Gonna make sure we're at full life going in. That gives us 3 empty slots to steal with. And away we go. There are 4 lights. Okay. Doesn't have anything. Yanks. Alright, so that first attack there does a percentage-based damage. Number 3 looks like it might have something to seal. Target free. Doesn't have anything. Why didn't you tell me that the first time? Okay, well that was a phenomenal. This is what I died for, guys. Oh, 2's already dead. The dog was carrying a gun for some reason. It's too bad Baker couldn't get it. I'm sorry, who are you? Yeah, every monster's gotten a stat boost and an HP boost, but it takes a while for you to even notice because you kept, you know, your strongest gun and armor from the previous game. No, it wasn't Baker's gun because it still had 11 bullets in it. Welcome to day 4. Yes, I will save my progress. Alright, so I'm gonna clean up some busy work in the police station, and then I'm going to update the junk counter and the day counter. Oh. There, no complaining this time. I won't have to change that for a while. Might go to day 5 just to pick up some more rockets and also, you know, to get the extra medicine 4s and full recoveries that will be undoubtedly useful later on. Alright, now to clean out the locker room. That's interesting. You don't get a medicine 3 or... Oh, I think I screwed up. Yep, so there were weapons and armor in the locker room, but apparently those go away forever and get replaced with a medicine 2 and medicine 3 after the attack. Whoops. I learned something new about this game. Alright. Yes, let's drop medicine 2. And we'll use that tool. This will give me more pluses. I'll be taking that medicine 2 back, thank you. And an offense +1. Okay, so first off, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 junk. I'll get rid of the machine gun. Ho ho ho. And ditch me some items. Don't need you. Still save the 3s, leave the 2s. Don't worry, medicine 3s, your day will come. Alright, that's not too many. Alright, so now we're going to save, and we're going to call it quits for now. Oddly, it ended up being about a 3-hour go anyway, but that seems to be a steady limit for me. Who knows, I might come back to this later tonight, I might come back to it next weekend. You'll never know when the next surprise stream will hit. Alright, that's it for now. Well, thank you all for jumping on in. Didn't know how it was going to work out for this, but hey, at least you were here for the interesting part. It goes way down from here. Alright, well, have a good day, and maybe I'll see you later.